finished the story!
And it's time. It's time for the main event.
He's back,
He's
folks.
back. He's back. He's back.
You couldn't do it justice last week. Sorry, mate.
It's all right, pal.
I tried.
Right. It takes a lot of practice.
I know you practice in the mirror. I know.
Yeah, every day. I say it 100 times every day in the mirror before I can do anything else. But how are we doing, fellas?
Oh, good, mate. Oh, good. How
All
are
the
you?
better for seeing you, my mate.
I won't go that far. But how are you, mate?
I'm all right. Yes, people, I am back. I'm sorry I've been away for a little while. As I said on the prediction videos, anybody watched it, I had some personal stuff to deal with last week. I wasn't even in this country. I had to go back to Ireland for a few days to deal with some family stuff. But I'm back. I would like to say I'm back and I'm not going anywhere, but hey ho, we don't know what tomorrow holds. Something I've learned this week. You literally don't know what tomorrow holds for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm back. We are on the road to Survivor Series this weekend. Prediction video will be out Saturday. And obviously we're on the aftermath of Full Gear. And obviously a few things that happened while I was away on SmackDown and Raw. Let's get into it.
Yeah. Well, before we get into Full Gear and SmackDown Raw and stuff, a couple of things just to start off with. ESPN have released their top 30 under...
Oh, you bastard. I was bringing this up.
Sorry, mate. Under 30 best wrestlers under 30 list. And I kind of like it. So we're going to go through it, and I'm sorry if I butcher people. So I don't know who Yuma Anzai is at number 30. Is he New Japan or something, Ted? No?
Yeah, he
Oh,
is New Japan.
Cool.
He's doing all right at the minute.
Dragon Lee's 29. Shun Skywalker, is that Luke and Leia's brother, sister?
Isn't he in Future Shop?
I have a clue.
No.
Probably not.
I'm not. No, I think she's. I
don't think ESPN have been watching Future Shop Wrestling, mate, to be quite honest with you.
I think she's one of the Stardom girls. I think.
Cool.
'Cause I think she's in that list. They're the top one, the top 300 that we looked at.
Oh shit.
Or the top one, yeah.
27, Jamie Hayter. Number 26, Julia Hart. I'm going to go through them and we can talk about them afterwards. 25 is Utami Hayashishita. Did I say that right?
Probably, mate. I don't know.
Okay.
Close.
Number 24 is mine and yours and everyone's favourite wrestler, Gabe Kidd. Number 23, Yuma Aiyagi. I'm sorry. 22, Logan Paul. 21, Wheeler Yuta. Number 20, Roxanne Perez. Number 19, Mascara Dorada. Number 18, Tiffany Stratton. 17, Hulk. 16, Jordan Grace. 15, Austin Theory. Number 14, Chris Statlander. Number 13, Vikingo. Number 12, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Ko Kiyomiya. Just did. Number 11, Bron Breakker. Number 10, Shota Unimo.
Umino.
Fuck off then. Number 9, Daniel Garcia. Number 8, Kyle Fletcher. Number 7, Jack Perry. Number 6, Takeshita. Number 5, Maria May. Number 4, Rhea Ripley. Number 3, Tony Storm. Number 2, MJF. And number 1, Dirty Dom Mysterio.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the list, fellas?
2 seconds. Carry on. I've just got to save my dog from falling off the sofa.
Okay.
So, Austin Theory, what have you done this year?
Austin Theory's great, mate.
He's not done much though, compared to.
All right, what's Jamie Hayter done this
below
year?
Nothing. I wouldn't put her up there either.
What's Logan Paul done this year?
US champion.
Defended it once.
That's fine.
All right, sorry, defended it twice.
Judgment Day.
Right, so so you'll come back for Logan Paul as US champion. Theory and Waller were tag team champions from WrestleMania till they lost them against
DIY. Bloodline.
DIY recently.
Bloodline.
Oh no, DIY.
Bloodline
Then
recently.
the
Yeah.
Bloodline beat DIY.
So they will
In the
continuously the tag team champions.
Yep.
I just think
And
just
Austin
can't think
Theory
of
is
winning
consistently
matches.
good in the ring. He's quality in the ring, Austin Theory. He's so good.
I'm not defending him there. I'm not a fan of him. I couldn't give two shits if he's there or not, to be honest.
Austin Theory's good, man. He is good. The issue he's got, he's still got the stigma of Vince McMahon next to him. That's the issue he has. And he won't get away from it.
We said it the other week. Perfect gimmick for Austin Theory is a Legend Killer 2.0.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Give him the Legend Killer 2.0 and start with him taking down Orton to start it off.
Gabe Kidd, number 24.
He's had a good year. He has had a good year. He's been never strong, never weight champion for over 100 plus days. He's had some big high profile matches. He's had a really good G1. He's got probably the biggest match in his career coming up in January against Kenny.
Yeah.
He had a banger with Eddie Kingston, and though unfortunately Eddie broke his leg on the back of that, or whatever he did to his leg.
That's the only thing with Gabe for me, and it worries me about January. He's not the safest of wrestlers. And that's the only problem I have with Gabe. He has completely repackaged himself from the days of WCPW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Massively. It's
Generic
just
wrestler.
really, he's very unsafe.
Obviously, we mentioned Logan. Wheeler Yuta, number 21.
You was injured quite a lot last year.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah.
But when he was around, he's good.
Yeah, he is consistent when he's in the ring.
Yeah, and if you think about it, he's been consistently in a group that have been massive, and he hasn't been lost in the shuffle there.
Yeah, no.
I'd say carried Claudio for a while.
Yeah, he did.
And we thought he was going to get a bit lost, didn't we? When we all said
Yeah.
that. Roxanne Perez, 20. I feel like
She should be higher.
Yeah.
She's been NXT champ, women's champ for how long now? It's been.
So I'm guessing this is the best wrestler, so it's not. I don't think it's what they've done; it's how they wrestle in the ring. So ESPN have looked at it and gone, right, well, is she better than, for instance, Tiffany Stratton? Is she better than Jordan Grace? Is she better than?
Yeah, because we don't know the parameters here. Because I wouldn't exactly say Toni Storm was a better wrestler than Rhea Ripley.
No way, shape or form.
No chance.
So I don't know we don't know the full parameters here. If it is that, then the list is a little bit broken because if we're going off just wrestling, I'd say Hook's probably better wrestling than quite a few of them on this list.
Yeah,
technically.
Yeah, definitely. Chris Statlander, 14. Well, no, hang on, I've just skipped a couple there. Sorry, 18. Tiffany Stratton. I know you're not hooked on her, John, but she's a very good wrestler. She's a very good wrestler. Hook. 17.
So if you look at Stratton, and you look at the women above her, just the women, would you put her above any of them women?
No.
Maybe Statlander, maybe
probably Mariah May.
Yeah.
I'd put Roxanne and Tiffany both above Mariah May.
Don't know about that.
What, would you not put Roxanne above Mariah May? Or Tiff? I'm not talking about space. I'm not talking about number 5. I'm talking about where Mariah May is in
If
fifth.
you reshuffle the list, they'd be below.
I feel like she should be below Tiffany Stratton and Roxanne. I feel like
I believe Mariah May's only if you think about this, is maybe a year long. Mariah May's only coming her own since August.
Exactly.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Roxanne, you just said it yourself, Roxanne, how good she is. And you've just said it about Tiffany. And Tiffany's doing bits on main roster. I know Mariah May's the AEW Women's Champ, and that's fair enough. But wrestling wise, I would rather watch a Tiffany Stratton or a Roxanne match than a Mariah May match at the moment.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely, I agree with you there. Yeah.
Jordan Grace.
Jordan Grace. It's a bit of a travesty she's that low down the list, to be honest.
I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like she should be higher. But then I don't know some of these. I don't know some of the Japanese, so I don't know about them.
But if we're going off parameters, if we're guessing at the best wrestlers, I would put Rhea, then Jordan Grace in that order.
Yeah,
And it would be literally one above below.
Yep. I would.
It wouldn't be a big gap between them.
Austin Theory, we've spoken Austin Theory. Chris Statlander, we've just mentioned Chris Statlander. She's good. I feel Willow's a little bit better than she is. Don't know how old Willow is, and she's not on this list.
She might be just over that 30 mark, maybe.
Yeah. Vikingo, we know how good Vikingo is. Vikingo is a quality wrestler.
Sort of disappeared though, hasn't he, since he had that good run in.
Wait, he got injured, didn't he?
Yeah, because he was supposed to make an appearance in the UK. And he just got injured. Kato Kiyoyima, I don't know who that is. I don't know. Ted?
How you spelling his name?
Kaito.
And what's surname?
Kiyomiya.
Oh, he's the one. Yeah, he's the one that. So I know he's big in. Is it All Japan? I see he wrestles. No, it's Noah. He wrestles from. I know he is really good. He had the he's in the famous clip with Okada where he kicks Okada legit. Then Okada kicks his head in, like legit.
Oh, was that him?
Yeah.
The one that ruined the New Japan Noah relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. I haven't seen anything more than that. But
yeah, no.
For me, if somebody's gonna go off and work on his own terms and ruin a partnership that could help, no, he shouldn't be in the list.
Yeah, I agree. But again, it's ESPN. I don't think they care about that shit, do they?
Yeah.
Number 11, Bron Breakker.
Oh, Bron Breakker. He's had a brilliant year on Tip Row.
Bron Breakker, yeah, he's had a quality year. He don't make top 10 though. Which I think is a bit. I don't know who Shorter is, but I'd put him in top 10. Bron Breakker personally. Good year, NXT on Raw. Number 9, Daniel Garcia.
Second half of the year, from August onwards, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Beginning of the year, he was still dancing around, trying to find himself again after the JAS split up. But yeah, second half of the year, then yeah, absolutely. But
he was lost in the shuffle at one point, weren't he? And now he's won the TNT title at Full Gear. Carl Fletcher, number 8. Carl's fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
Carl's good, but I don't think he deserves to be top 8.
No, I agree.
Top 10. I think he's the one that's getting good this half of the year, the back end of it.
I mean, I didn't watch him prior to what has just happened, so I don't know how good of a wrestler he is. I'm guessing that's what it's going off, how good of a wrestler they are.
Yeah, he's got better. I would say if we're going off the back half of the year, then yeah, but before that, I wouldn't be in my top 10.
Takeshita, number 6. Below
7
Mariah May.
first.
Oh, sorry, yeah, did I not say 7? I'm sorry. Jack Perry?
Yeah,
I'd say Jack Perry could be higher because he's had a great year. The whole Punk thing off the back of last year has absolutely excelled him. He's been consistently on TV, consistently good matches. Yeah. Great gimmick at the moment. He could be higher.
Yeah, agreed.
And yeah.
Number 6 then, Takeshita.
Yeah, Takeshita's been sick all year. Another one that's.
I would say that's probably fair for Takeshita though.
Yeah, I would.
When he is about, he's good, but then he goes missing for ages.
I'd put him above Mariah May. If we're doing this list, this list as it is, I'd put him above Mariah May.
Yeah. Mariah May would be in top 10.
Mariah May, absolutely 5. We just spoke about her. Rhea Ripley, number 4.
Yeah. No. I don't understand how Toni Storm keeps getting higher than
I'm
Rhea.
looking at the 3 above her, and I'm trying to work out how all 3 of them have got above her. I think Rhea Ripley's probably had the best year in wrestling Rhea Ripley's ever had.
I know, but we don't know what it's going off, do we?
Yeah, that's it. We don't know the parameters.
We don't know if it's championships. We don't know if it's matches. Whether they're
don't
just
know the
purely
parameters,
a good
but
wrestler.
if you're asked me to compile the list of this, Rhea Ripley would be my number 1 on this list.
Yes, I'd agree.
So if you're saying to me, make me a list of those top wrestlers under the age of 30. There isn't any parameters. Just go. Number 1 would be Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, I'd agree. Tony Storm, number 3, like we said, don't know how she keeps getting up there. Don't get us wrong. We don't know what it's going off, but she had a good year. She's reinvented herself. It kind of got boring and stale towards the end. Now she's retired. Number 2, MJF, and number 1, Dirty Dom Mysterio.
Dom has had a sick year.
I would like to know the parameters.
I feel like Dom's kind of gone off the boil a bit.
I don't think Dom's had it. I think Dom had a good start to the year, maybe first 3 to 4 months.
I agree, up to WrestleMania, and then that was it.
Then once the deconstruction of the Judgment Day started to settle in, Dom's very close to falling into the shuffle if they don't do something with him.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think once this whole Judgment Day thing's finished, if Dom's not cemented in a position for like US title or Intercontinental, then Dom's just going to become another mid-card wrestler.
Yep, agreed. I'd put Dom over to SmackDown and have him take the title of LA Knight.
If you think about it, Dom's always had some from he come in, somebody that draw his attention. So he tagged with his dad that put the attention on him for long enough because it's Ray's son. He's just learning to wrestle. Mm-hmm. Then he went from that straight into being Rhea Ripley's
bitch.
And then the 4th member of the Judgment Day, which when it was a 4, worked really, really well.
Yeah.
Then they started adding more people in the Judgment Day. Rhea's come out and he's been linked with Liv, and it just doesn't have the same feel as him and Rhea. Agreed. And then he's down the pecking order with Liv because Liv's now got Raquel. So he's almost Carlito at this point.
Yeah, I agree. He has got it, and we're not saying Carlito is in, like.
Carlito's bad, or
if Carlito gets released, we won't miss him. We're not saying that. What we're saying is, Dom's gone from being the biggest heel in the company to now meh. He's on the show.
People only booing Dom now because that's what you do when Dom comes out. Yeah. It's not because he's bad, the biggest heel. You're booing him because that's what we do when Dom Mysterio comes out. Just like when Kurt Angle comes out, you sing "Heat, You Suck."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. So that's the top 30 list. Like I said, we don't know what the perimeters are. We don't know what it's all about. But, it is what it is. That's their list. Shit, personally, but obviously, we're going to get into Full Gear in a second. The Intercontinental Women's Championship got announced last night before the show.
Which was an interesting choice, that.
I thought was a bit disrespectful, considering the Women's United States Championship was on the show, and then the Intercontinental gets pushed to before the show was even started, and before the.
And then they announced it on the show anyway.
Yeah, and then they announced they could have just done that there and then. I thought that was.
Did they do it on social media?
No.
No.
So how did they announce it then?
They did it in the ring just before the camera started rolling.
It made no sense.
Because I was going to say maybe they did it on social media because they're trying to get eyes on their social media side.
No, it got filmed by a fan, and fan put it online, and that's how everyone started to find out about it.
Yeah, it's a bit shitty then.
Considering the Women's United States Championship got announced by Nick Aldis in the ring on SmackDown just before the main event.
Yeah, it's a bit shit. I can see them in the next couple of weeks starting to push this stuff more on the online side.
Oh yeah, of course.
Just to coincide with Netflix because everything's going to be online. But if it's anything like a social media breaking news sort of thing, then yeah, that's a bit shit.
Moving on to there's some WWE stuff, but we'll be talking about more WWE next week because of Survivor Series. So I'm going to start moving on to AEW. AEW is reportedly moving AEW Grand Slam, the Australian show, due to poor ticket sales. They're moving it to a smaller venue in Australia. Now, obviously, we keep saying it needs to move to a smaller venue for the time being because the ticket sales aren't great and it's not selling out.
I'd rather him do that though.
Yeah, I was about to say thoughts on that. I'd rather him do that, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah. I don't know what the coverage is like out in Australia. So
See, I thought it was a weird choice anyway.
it's because of they've got a couple of their talent as such with Kyle Fletcher.
Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, he's from out there, and I think they're just trying to tick places off the map to sort of say, look, we're not afraid to come to your country.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do. But if the country's not tuning into the product each week, why are you going? Like I say, is the ticket sales down to poor promotion? Is it because AEW is so hard to watch over there? Because if you don't have Triller here, £5 a month, £7 a month, whatever it is, you wait until 3 days after. And I don't know if that's the same in Australia. Are they relying on some sort of TV network to show it 3 days after it heavily edited? Yeah, it's probably the right thing. I also think they need really clever about where they go. Because if you watch the shows, they're in the same places in the States. They seem like they go to the same places in the States as well.
Yeah.
Start touring, start doing the small ones. Because I know they've announced the Hammersmith. Was it the Hammersmith Arena?
Yeah, it's the old EC.
It's the old ECW arena. The actual ECW
which is
arena.
A really small venue, which is perfect for them.
Yeah, I agree.
It's working places like that, working small iconic places.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I agree. Stay obviously, like I said, staying on AEW. From PW Insider. The internal belief within AEW staff is that Moxley is unhappy with the creative direction he's been given with the Death Riders angle, often comparing it to the horrible Devil storyline that almost killed AEW. So he's currently not happy with what's going on with the story. And obviously the Devil storyline was the MJF last year and Adam Cole that absolutely killed the momentum of anything towards the end of last year after All In. Thoughts on that?
I think the Devil storyline, it was cleverly done, but he got injured.
Yeah,
so
the
we
injury
never
came
got
at
the
the
payoff.
wrong time, didn't they?
When they tried to get the payoff on it, you couldn't. And now they're still trying to get this payoff because we're still working towards MJF Adam Cole 1-on-1.
Yeah.
The issue with Mox is they're trying to cement a future star to be the one that topples Mox. And I think they maybe, this week so far, they're using the wrong people for me. Like Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy's not the face to run the place.
No.
In any company. No matter what. He's gimmick. I know he's sort of, after this week, he's sort of trying to shift away from sloth style wrestling. Darby, as much as I think Darby can be the face to run the place, but I think we're talking another 5-6 years before Darby's the main event superstar. I think they need to be looking, and I think they may have touched on it this week. They need to look at the ones that are a little bit more established in Hangman and Jay White.
Yeah.
And work down them lines. Think maybe, I don't know. I think Mox sort of, we need to know who's going after Mox. And that's the issue, because Mox doesn't seem to know what he's going and doing each week when he turns up. And
so I've said to you guys, I'm not a fan of Mox with a belt. He's great at chasing a belt. But as soon as he's champion, for me, he loses momentum.
See, I disagree. I think Mox is the best champion they've got. Because you put Mox in a match, he's going to be able to carry anyway. I feel like he carried Orange this week. I know, Matt, you said you didn't enjoy that match too much because it was Orange in it. But he carried Orange through the match. He made it look like a decent match. You put him in there. If you're putting it Mox in there and you just like literally like Mox, you're beating him up. He's going to beat him up, and it looks like an actual beating that he's
Yeah, it
inflicting
does.
on him.
Me, myself, obviously being WWE Mark, I keep getting told, if I was to sit there and say, I'm very happy with Mox as the champ, I'd be lying. I like the storyline. I think the storyline's great, and I like where it's going. I'm with Ted. From what I've seen of Moxley in AEW, and I've only just the last couple of years started watching, I do feel like I enjoy watching Moxley chase the title rather than have it. If you were to tell me you could put it on anyone right now, I'd put it back on Swerve or Will Ospreay.
See,
Will gets the biggest pop of the night.
Swerve, I agree with. Will, I don't. I feel Will be champion. There's no ifs, no buts about it. I think Will's doing a great work. Will can help elevate the mid card so much more now as well. For a while.
Mm-hmm.
If you're asking me, if you said to me, you're picking someone to put the world heavyweight, take the title off Mox and put it around his waist, who are you picking? I go Jay White.
Fairs?
Jay White is one of the people you can sit him on the fence of a face and a heel. He can do the both roles very well. And we'll never have, it won't be a problem if people are booing him and people are cheering him because it's Jay White. He doesn't give a shit. And you can have great matches with him and Mox, him and Hangman, him and Swerve, him and MJF. And he's going to be able to carry it off.
Hey, I said on Saturday that I wouldn't mind Jay White as the champ, but since I've been watching AEW, I want to see Adam Page with the title. I want to see what he does with it.
I'm very confused with Hangers at the moment after this weekend.
Yeah, same.
Handing back the obviously we'll go into it a bit more, but doing what he did at the weekend, it's really confused me. Because we've had this absolute no gives a shit about no one all for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then did what he did. And don't get me wrong, I'd love Hangers with the title again. I don't feel like Hangman had a fair run at the title. He definitely was a go-between on that title run.
Mm-hmm.
You could drop it for Mox. Anybody, Mox would be all right. Mox would be able to carry what I'm doing, what he's doing. I feel Mox doesn't need the Mox storyline. He doesn't need the title. This storyline doesn't need Mox. Mox turning up and just beating everybody down doesn't need a champion in the ranks. It doesn't.
Agreed.
It'd be more interesting if there was title matches going on, let's say between Swerve and Jay White, and Mox come out and beat them both up and walked off, and just kept ruining these big title matches.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That'd work better. But I like him as a champion, but I wouldn't be upset if he dropped it to someone, just as long as it's the right person to carry it on.
Yeah, not just any old fucker.
Yeah,
I don't want Darby.
Drops it to Bobby Lashley or something, and then it's
I think the way the storyline's going with everything, I think it will be Darby.
I think it'll be Darby.
I think that's been written in the stars that Darby's the next champion. And I think Darby's going to get a long run.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's not my choice, but I'm not going to be upset because if you take out Mox, Darby's carried the company on his back as well.
Yeah, he has.
Can't fucking stand him. Adam Copeland has been injured for a bit. Fantastic news. He's nearly ready to return. Get in. He said he's feeling good. He's not got the 100% clearance yet. But the results this week have gone really well. And he's aiming to be back in by early next year. So
just in time for the Royal Rumble.
Exactly.
Well, I've seen all of you getting excited about that this week and the targeting. And I've seen you as well.
He's contracted to AEW. He ain't going to WWE.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. People need to remember what Tony Khan's doing currently right now with Ray Phoenix. There's not a chance that he's turning up at thingy. Because
I
if
said on
anything,
Saturday it'd be funny if he did, but I'd like he's contracted to AEW, so why would he?
yeah. And if his contract was anywhere near the end, it's going to get extended because he owes them X, Y, and Z months why he's been off injured.
Yeah, definitely.
He's not going to. Phoenix, he could have if he wanted to, but he thought, fuck it, no. I reckon Stephanie Vaquer maybe caused more issues with that than anything. But Adam Copeland, he's absolutely not giving that one up for about a fight.
No, not a chance.
So no, we're not getting Adam Copeland at the Royal Rumble.
And Penta, his
He's a free
contract
agent.
is up in 2 weeks, and then he's a free agent, which then WWE are planning on getting him in.
I don't mind that.
I don't
on
mind
his own.
it. Oh, I liked him in AEW. I don't mind it. He'll probably go to NXT. Wait for Ray.
Yeah, I feel like they'll be pushed to NXT now. We got Motor City Machine Guns up in the main roster instead.
I think once Ray Phoenix comes in, they'll probably start see them win titles and win the tag titles in NXT, then drop them, then go up to the main roster.
I said it before and I'll say it again, and I'll say it when he goes down and the announcement's made. I just worry for him there. That's all. Because WWE. No, in WWE in general, mate.
Oh, right, okay.
They don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree.
They don't know what to do with masked wrestlers that don't speak. Penta doesn't speak English very well at all.
No, you don't.
Ray's is not very good. I've had a conversation with Ray. Ray's is not very good either.
So they need a mouthpiece.
Which
Fernando de Alejandro Estrada.
Oh, they've got what's his name? Jose, the assistant that WWE have signed up.
Needs to be the right one. That's the issue with a mouthpiece. They only work when they're the right ones. That's the problem.
I think Armando would probably work.
Yeah, Armando. If I had to pick, it would be Armando.
Yeah.
Jose, the assistant.
I don't know. I don't know who he is, so I can't say.
He's the one that with Al Faction, the thingy.
He's with Andrade
and Rush. Yeah, Rush.
It doesn't work.
Okay.
It doesn't work with Penta. Or if you really want down the line, just don't have Penta speak.
Yeah,
that'd be even better.
Yeah.
All you get for Penta is Zero Miedo. That's all he says.
Yeah.
So
but we'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna get into Full Gear. One more thing is the Continental Classic. The bracket has come out.
You boys carry on. Someone's just at my door. Give me two. So I'll be back in like a second or two. Bear with me.
Yeah. So in the Gold League, the tournament will kick off with Darby Allin facing Brody King, followed by Ricochet taking on Claudio. And while in the Blue League, we see Shelton Benjamin going head-to-head with Matt Briscoe. It's a match everybody's wanted to see for years. These exciting bouts will take place on Wednesday, November 27th, so this week they'll start during the Thanksgiving Eve edition of Dynamite from Chicago. Maybe CM Punk will show up. Quick rundown of the matches. Gold League, Darby Allin versus Brody King, Ricochet Claudio, and then Shelton Benjamin, Matt Briscoe for the Blue League. The tournament features 12 competitors divided into two leagues, the Gold League and the Blue League. The winners from each league will meet in the tournament final at World's End on December 30th. It's December 28th. So that's wrong, because December 30th is a Monday. The winner of the final will be crowned the Continental Champion, currently held by Okada. The complete card for Dynamite, is, if you really want to know, was Ring of Honor World Champion Jericho versus Ishii. And then Darby Allin, Brody King, Claudio, Ricochet, Benjamin Briscoe. And then you obviously will have the fallout from Full Gear with Mariah May. Daniel Garcia winning the TNT title, John Moxley, stuff like that. So, and I've been watching Dynamite the last couple of weeks, so I'll watch it. I'll give it a watch. Full Gear.
Oh yeah.
Full Gear. I thought it was okay. I did think I spoke about it on stream because me and Ted were falling asleep towards the end. It was very all over the place. Again,
Yeah, the running order wasn't.
we say it every single time a pay-per-view's on. The pay-per-view can be great. It's always put in the wrong positions. We say it every
Yeah.
single AEW pay-per-view.
I think this one was the biggest balls up though of the running order
Yeah,
out of them all
100%.
so far.
I think the last time they had a good one was Double or Nothing. I think that was probably the last one. I think All In was a bit messed up because we said in between that they should have put matches certain places.
Yeah.
I think Double or Nothing was the last good one where you thought, yeah, do you know what? Everything made sense.
But yeah, this one I think was the worst run. Like to have Ricochet and Takeshita where it was. Like
It was a good match, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it shouldn't have been.
that was
It
like the
shouldn't have
last one where they put Hologram and Beast the Mortis.
2 out of 3 falls match.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Worst matches of the year, ladies and
It's
gentlemen.
like it's almost like he books his card and he goes, right, yeah, it looks really well. Right. All right, no, we'll tell you what, we're gonna book Ricochet and Takeshita. Where can we put it in? We've only really got space between the main event and the co-main event. Yeah, we'll put it in there then. Put it in there then.
And everyone's like, "Are you sure about that, Tony?" He's like, "Yeah. Don't worry about me, lads."
Well, it didn't help because after that was Bobby Lashley and Swerve. And Bobby Lashley didn't get an ovation or anything. It seemed like nobody cared he was there. But absolutely popped for Swerve like they normally do. And then
Matt,
it was
you trying to tell me
event.
that no one cares about Bobby Lashley?
Well, you said he was underrated, mate, and it is in the compilation for best bits at the end of the year, so keep an eye out for that one. We'll go through the card.
Did say underrated in WWE, not in AEW. But fair.
Ooh, yeah, nibble. I got a nibble then. I got a nibble. Right, so, I mean, we didn't watch the pre-show, but Big Boom AJ beat QT Marshall, whoever that is. Don't have a clue who it was.
It's the
so my mate.
It's the third most viewed wrestling video of the year.
I know, it's mental, that, isn't it? It's
mental. That's how popular.
But I don't know who he is.
They're from TikTok. They're the Costco guys. Him and his son. Big Justice.
I go Costco. Can I not do it?
They're the ones like double chunk chocolate boo. Ah, fuck.
I don't know.
They come up on my finger. The only thing good about them is they have the Rizzler with them. And that's the only good thing about it. I love the Rizzler.
The Riddler.
The Rizzler. So my mate sent me some videos on Sunday because my mate was like, "Oh, dude, some guy called AJ Boone wrestled on AEW last night." I'm like, yeah, why? And he was like, "Oh yeah, and he like sent me videos, so now I know who they are."
That match and the viewership on it shows the power of social media. It really does. They literally are. So AJ and Big Justice are a father and son. They go around Costco. They start off going around doing Costco shops. And they love the chicken bakes and the double chunk chocolate chip cookies. That's how they started off. And then they've got more and more popular.
I'm going to start doing it. I like the pizza and I like the hot dog. I'm going to start doing that. Try and look for Pokemon cards on the way.
And then there was the Rizzler, who is like, I think he's like an 8-year-old lad who started off doing videos with his dad in like Toys R Us, where his dad or in shopping, and he would like try to get his dad to buy him toys, and he'd get upset when he wouldn't, and he started doing the Rizzler look, which is the that's the Rizzler.
That's a what?
That's the Rizzler.
World's gone.
That's literally what he does. And these are probably 3 of the most popular people on TikTok right now.
I have a fucking clue who he is. Well, we'll get Bevo in, and I'll be happy. You know the rules. So anyway, you had...
Fucking hell, that.
I don't know who fucking these people are. I know Bevo, obviously, because he's a twat. And then you had Buddy Matthews beat Dante Martin, Commander, and Beast Mortis. Even though Beast Mortis was on the main show last pay-per-view, but now he's back on the pre-show.
I've seen a clip from that. Commander does a sick run along the ropes, literally the full length of the ropes and a flip off. It looked really good. Like a spot of the night sort of thing.
Fairs. And then
he's really good.
Anna Jay beat Deonna Purrazzo. And then we had the main show, so we had Private Party, Outrunners, Kings of the Black Throne, and The Acclaimed. Not,
I think that match with Anna Jay was for...
not the Dark Order, John. It is the Kings of the Black Throne.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I did cut that out for you.
You
But
could have left it in, mate. I don't give a fuck.
No, I know, but because I was trying to keep the time down, I thought I'll take it out. But now I've just mentioned it, so it didn't really matter in the end. Yeah, Private Party won. Thoughts?
No one cares. It's about...
The best bit came at the start of the match.
What?
The best bit came at the start of the match with the Acclaimed.
Yeah, when he fucking launched the mic.
When he launched the mic at Bowens, and Bowens looked well pissed off.
Yeah, there's an underlying dispute there because Caster's been given an MVP gold ticket sort of card thing,
Yeah.
so it's like a bit like Kofi and Xavier at the moment. It's not perfect there at the moment.
Okay, is it?
So there's
Is
a
it the
storyline. Yeah, there's a storyline there, but also it could be a little bit more personal because Caster keeps getting fucking suspended. And if Caster's off TV, Bowens is off TV. And Bowens is really popular right now in the outside world because obviously being a very openly gay wrestler.
And he's just started he's just joined the baseball team as well. It might be softball actually, because it popped up on my newsfeed the other day on YouTube.
Same thing.
Softball is different to baseball. I don't know the difference, but I know the two different things.
Throw underarm.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think the
They call
ball's
it
bigger.
a completely different sport for it. Americans, man. ETC, man. Private Party went in. I don't care for Private Party. I didn't like him in the match. I thought it was boring. I loved the Outrunners. I thought the Outrunners were great. Kings of Black Throne were fantastic as usual.
My issue with this is when's he pulling the trigger and putting them belts around the Kings of the Black Throne?
I know.
That's my only problem. I don't mind Private Party. They're all right, but they're not long-term champions for me.
So for me though, if you want in that sort of style of tag champion, give it Top Flight. They're a younger, better version of Private Party for me.
Nah. I'm not a fan of. I'm a fan of Dante Martin, 100%. Darius, I couldn't care less for, and Leo Rush. He looks like he's gonna join this Hurt Locker
Syndicate. Yeah.
Well, Syndicate, whatever. No, if you're talking them, I'd leave it Private Party. Private Party they've been there longer. They've done more. Well, one of them has anyway. I think if Marquez, the one of them didn't get injured, I think they won the titles ages ago. And this is another one of them as well. So people have spoken and so they give in.
Yeah.
Let them have it.
Yeah.
But I personally put the tag team titles around House of Black, give it a run, and then you've got matches. You look at the matches you can get from the House of Black, FTR, Outrunners, Claimed, Bucks when they come back.
When he's not suspended.
Yeah.
So the really good thing when House of Black were the trios champions, they had the House Rules matches, which were mint. Like it was such a good concept, and they seem to have just forgot about it. But yeah, I completely agree with you, John. So they need to put them belts on the House of Black ASAP, in my opinion.
It's got to be something's got to be done. Something's got to repay Malachi's loyalty to them. Unless there's long-term plans for Malachi to win the championship and whatnot. But
that I would love.
Yeah.
I mean, but Big Brody Lee, Brody Lee's undefeated and he's in this tournament. So no, Brody King.
I was going to say, how was that happening?
Yeah. Big Brody King's in this tournament. He's undefeated. So are we putting the international title around Brody King's waist?
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen, but I think Okada will win. Because if Okada wins...
Okada's dropping it. The Elite are all losing their titles.
Yeah, that's what I said on Saturday, though. Jack Perry losing the title. I said that's the start.
The Elite are all losing their titles.
Oh, they're carrying on with it, yeah.
But if he wins, he beats the record for the most tournaments won in wrestling. So that's a record that they can say and have over anyone else.
It's that record I'd be proud of.
I would. All them tournaments.
He's not
Yeah,
won
no.
the ring, has he?
Yeah, that's the one that matters.
Won the G1 multiple times.
Nah,
He won what?
he's losing that, mate. Unfortunately, as much as they've got a record potential, he's losing it because no one in the elite's got titles now, barring him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not that arsed if he doesn't win, but it's just that was the big thing that on the show where they were announcing the competitors. That was the big deal that they were making.
Yeah.
Give it Brody King. Next match, MJF, Roderick Strong.
I really enjoyed this match.
Yeah,
Alright.
I really enjoyed it. It reminded me how much I like MJF. You know, a bit shit. He's not really been on TV for the last, I think they said 3 months. He's been on TV in vignettes, but not wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Is he doing some? Oh, he's doing fucking Happy Gilmore, isn't he?
Gilmore, yeah.
Yeah. So I forgot about that.
I'm not asked about Roderick Strong though. Really not asked about Roderick Strong. But it's not a
I
new
was in
thing.
2008.
I weren't a big fan of him in Undisputed Era either.
Yeah, it felt like a bit part player.
Yeah, he felt like the Carlito of that group.
Felt like the JD.
Yeah, the JD. But he put on a decent match against MJF. But the big payoff for this is we're going to get MJF Adam Cole, hopefully, soon.
None of them getting
So-
in the meantime.
Am I the only one in this that I don't really care about seeing that match? And so we saw it at All
I'm at
In.
the point where I'm losing interest quickly. I feel like it just needs to happen to put the full stop at the end of then it's done. It's dusted. I think that's it's just going to hang over the pair of them that we don't get a finish to the Brochachos, the Devil Masks. It should have ended months ago, but Adam Cole kept getting injured.
Yeah, unfortunately.
On Adam Cole though, quickly, can people stop picking on him because of his size and calling him out because of how small he is? I just want to point in direction. Oh, it's online. A lot of seen it this week.
Yeah, it's all over the gaff online.
Like that when they took pictures of one of that AJ Justice. Now AJ Justice is quite a tall lad. They were like, oh, he's nearly tall as Adam Cole. Just want to point out, there's a lot of people's favorite wrestler and a Hall of Famer, multiple times probably going to be Hall of Famer. HBK is only short. He's only a small guy. No one says anything about his size.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yeah.
It
happens.
Anything.
It happens every time he sort of starts getting a run that people will take the bite because he's not ripped and he's not 6 foot tall and he's this, and they keep pointing out that he's a small guy.
And it's like, no shit, Sherlock. They say,
Yes, that's what they are. Then we come to probably my match of the night, second match of the night. Mercedes Moné. I can't believe I'm saying this. Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander for the TBS Championship. This was Mercedes Moné's best match in AEW. I thought it was great. I wasn't bored. God, I wish she was back in WWE. This match is interesting. I'm really into it. Chris Statlander did amazing as well, as we know Chris can do.
Yeah, Stat's just great. She is Mrs. Reliable. If you need someone to look good, always Stat, and Stat will do that for you.
Yeah, I love Statlander. Good match, really good match. I just feel like they missed the opportunity to pull the trigger on Mercedes losing.
Yeah.
Perfect time, perfect match. I don't know. I mean, what's next now for Mercedes Moné? Now they're going to keep running.
Camille,
if she turns on her.
No, it looks like she is going to, the way it's been going. Been pushing her around. Camille were pissed off on the pre-show.
There's that. I would have went Statlander and had Camille costing Mercedes. That match doesn't need a title with them two, and then you can work your way up for Camille, then go for Statlander.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then Mercedes Costa, and then we get a triple threat at the payoff for the title, the three of them. But yeah, it was a good match. And yeah, like you said, it didn't feel like I was watching a 4 Sasha Banks match.
Yeah. No, it didn't. Jay White, Hangman Adam Page.
Great match. I really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed this match.
Yeah.
Jay White beating Adam Page.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised at the result. I thought this was going to be Hangers were going to get his win back.
Yeah, I thought that as well.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's not, like I said, I really enjoyed the show. It obviously what comes later on just doesn't make sense after the back of the results of this one as well. But I think it's just to put them two on the card and show what they can do for the future bookings. And then obviously punch CD at the end as well. Like, it's showing that Hangers is really unstable right now.
Yeah.
And unpredictable.
Yeah, no, agreed. Carl Fletcher defeating Will Ospreay.
Shock of the night for me.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Well, I wasn't. That's why I picked Will to win. And then I watched Dynamite on Thursday. And then I went, Fletcher's winning this. And I actually text Ted saying, I made a mistake with my pick. Fletcher's winning this. So, great match though. I really enjoyed it.
Was.
The only one issue I had with this match, and a couple of people brought it up in the chats, too many false finishes.
Yeah.
Too many false finishes. It got to the point where he did a tombstone on the steel steps. And you think, right, that's it now. It's done. And then he kicked out again. And I'm like, what more do you need to do after that to keep a man down unless it's Undertaker? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the match was fantastic, and I'm not knocking. Obviously, I like Carl Fletcher and I like Will Ospreay, and I'm not knocking it. I just feel like there's too many false finishes.
Yeah, there were two. Yeah.
Feel with this match as well. This match was done in a way the right Will off for a little while. Because he kept mentioning how he's struggling with his left arm, and he didn't feel his son on his left arm and stuff like that. So I think this is where we're going to see Will take a big lengthy break, like we do with Pac.
Well, he's in the Continental, so he can't. He's in the Gold League.
Yeah, but he can fly back and do one match and then go back.
Oh,
I think that's all we'll see him for. We'll do that. And it might be one of them ones, mate, where he loses quite a lot quite early because the Don Callis family cost him, and then he's out of it then. If he loses so many matches, he'll be out of it. And then I think he'll have Christmas back home, and we'll see him in the new year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind that. He deserves it. He's carried the company on his shoulders for the back end of the year. We'll see how AEW can perform without him.
But yeah, good match. Carl Fletcher done himself a good showing.
Yeah,
really good showing. Yeah, it was a decent match.
Daniel Garcia defeated Jack Perry for the TNT title. Daniel Garcia finally getting the plaudits from giving the title to him from Itona, saying thank you for staying.
Yeah, he deserves it anyway.
Yeah,
he had a shit gimmick at the beginning of the year, but still worked through it. Signed a new contract. Obviously, this has probably been agreed in it. Probably, what did I say? My favourite match tonight. Yeah, do you know what? I probably did really enjoy this one because I was fully invested in it for Garcia to win. I liked the effort on this pay-per-view as well that AEW putting into the vignettes before these matches.
Yeah,
the vignettes are good.
The vignettes in general have been getting really good because I did message you the other week about Julia Hart's vignettes for her.
Quality Julia Hart's is amazing.
Yeah, so the work's going into their vignettes is really good. I don't know if they've hired somebody new to do the creative side of them. I don't know, but the vignettes are good because the one before the Mox and Orange Cassidy one was really good as well. But yeah, I'm glad it's paid off, and we've got a new TNT champion, and it is Garcia.
Yeah,
he has deserved it. It's like he's deserved that title, like since if you remember, he had them bangers with Daniel Bryan, when he were part of the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Yeah, JAS, Jazz. I reckon I have always said it, and I'll still stand it. As much as Wheeler Yutta's been really good in the Blackpool Combat Club and the Death Riders. Daniel Garcia potentially could have been a better choice.
All day. All day.
But
Then who?
Wheeler.
Don't see that side of him.
If you go back and watch before he joined the JAS, when he just come in with
Daddy Magic
and stuff, when they were a trio, he was more hard hitting. He fitted what Will Regal was building the Blackpool Combat Club better than you did.
Yeah.
Right.
And obviously then he could have learned, he could have used the storyline, the build where he went on the tutelage of Bryan Danielson and learnt more from him that way. But I'm not complaining because Utah's paid off really well as well.
Yeah, Wheeler's bang is really good. And I'm happy, he's the one I'm happy to see starting to get his flowers a little bit. I say they give him a little bit more bits to do now. I say he feels like he's not as much a background player anymore. He's in there, I say, doing bits in the ring.
Yeah. Well, Takeshita defeated Ricochet for the International Championship. Ricochet will be world champion one day.
He definitely won't. I've rescinded that.
You did rescind it, to be fair. Yeah, thoughts? Quickly, because I've just seen the time.
If you put that match at the beginning of the card, I would have enjoyed it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, same.
But because where you put it, I just couldn't give a shit about it.
Yeah, same. I couldn't care less. Debuting on an AEW pay-per-view, Bobby Lashley with MVP and Shelton Benjamin, defeating Swerve by submission. Yeah, exactly.
It's
Silence
what it
says
is.
it all. Silence says it all.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
John Moxley defeating Orange Cassidy for the title, which I don't think everyone fucking expected to happen.
Yeah.
And then at the end, the whole mess with.
Everybody
I'll let John break down that, because fuck knows what just happened.
Yeah, so obviously Mox beats Orange. With a lot of interference, messing around. Willow came out and made the save, but still lost the match. Then we had Hangman came out with a chair.
Didn't they put bleach on? Was it bleach on?
Yeah, they put like a cleaner on Orange's
face.
Ring on his face where he's cut open. So that threw him out of the ring. Hangers then came out with a chair and took out Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Utah. And then dropped the chair and went on the stare down with Mox. Where Mox genuinely looked concerned that it was Hangman in front of him. Like it was like he was seeing somebody could actually topple him.
Yeah.
Then Christian came out, hit the unprettier on Mox. Hangman then picks up the contract and hands it over willingly to Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Because Christian said he'd give him the first shot.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Right, so he's handed that over and he gives him the first shot, which it just doesn't make sense with the Hangman character. You should have just beat Christian over the head with that contract case as well and walked off. But anyway, he done that over. Then out comes Jay White, that hits the switchblade on Christian as he's about to sign the contract to cash it in on Mox.
Mm-hmm.
Mox and the Death Riders run off to the back.
Yeah.
Jay White's
in the ring, chilling.
In the ring, chilling. Then we get the back shot. Jay walks out of the chair like he was going to go and chase him down. Nothing happens to that. Then we get to the back. A car smashes into their truck. They then rob the car that's randomly sitting there. They drive off, and out comes out the car a bloodied Darby Allin, who looked like he could barely stand because he just smashed his head on his steering wheel.
Which wasn't done by stuntmen. None of that was done by stuntmen. That was all Darby.
Yeah, well, Darby, put your seatbelt on, mate. Because he genuinely looked like he was messed up because he struggled to get on the bonnet of the car. And then, we finished up with Darby calling out for Moxley.
Mox. Yeah. I would accept a fatal 4-way at All In. Christian Darby.
Christian doesn't need to do it though.
Yeah,
Christian doesn't need to do it, and that'll be what Christian will do. Christian will be like, I don't need to be in this. I ain't going in this. Christian's got that character. He's like, if I don't have to do it, I ain't doing it.
He's got the contract on his, so
yeah.
Like the money, it'd be like the Money in the Bank order going into a match for the title, and it's like, well, why? There's no point.
Yeah, absolutely pointless. That's the way I look at that title. He's got the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Well, that's what it is, isn't it? Essentially.
I feel like they need to clean this mess up in the next week or two.
Yeah,
they do.
We need some sort of definite answer what's going on. Like, is Jay after? Is Jay White after the Death Riders? Is he after Mox, or is he just after Christian?
Well, the Christian thing's done,
the commentary team said that Jay White come out and cost Christian it because that Christian's the one who injured Jay White, took him out of action for a few weeks.
Yeah.
So that's it. Darby seems to be the one that's definitely 100% after Mox. But what's Hangman's interest in Mox, and why didn't he fulfill it when he could?
Yeah, exactly.
There's too many loose ends right now, and I feel like it all just needs some, like, the next week, it needs to be done pretty quick, next week or two. On Dynamite, it needs just to all be stitched together, and we get to the point of, like, who's heading the world's end.
All about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It needs to be done quick, because then you can build on it for World's End, because you've got a big space now to build properly. This storyline, if you are going to pay off in, like you say, a multi-man match, we need the build-up for it. Like, all things confusing. Why have you put Darby? If Darby's going to be chasing down your world champion, why is he in this Intercontinental?
And why is he still so obsessed with Cesaro or Claudio?
I think he's in that to, if there's anything to believe about Max Caster getting suspended and taken out of that tournament, Darby's the one that doesn't make sense.
You could have thrown anyone into that isn't him. Reality, you could have done. You could have, like, I mean, I'm rubbish with people off the top of my head, but
you could have put anybody. Let's be honest, Caster's not a winner. Caster's a filler there.
Yeah.
So you
could have had Malachi on the opposite side, and potentially you could have got Brody versus Malachi in the final.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where they both show each other respect after it.
Or if you just wanted some filler, you could have put in Dante Martin or Leo Rush as a filler.
Yeah, Danhausen.
Yeah.
He is still signed to AEW, believe it or not.
Believe it or not. Didn't even see him at Halloween. Shocking. Yeah. But that was Full Gear. Dead quick, because I've just seen the time. We have said we're going to speak about the Bloodline. Obviously, SmackDown. I watched the live, did the live reaction on TikTok. I was very shocked to see the fifth man be announced by the Wise Man. So we had the Bloodline in the ring. For weeks we've been saying we don't want Seth Rollins a part of it. Doesn't make any sense after everything that's gone on. Why are we unraveling shit that we already put away and it was put to bed and story's done? We had obviously the new Bloodline and Bronson Reed. We all expecting Seth Rollins to come out. I think everyone was, because that was the way it was looking. And then Wise Man comes out, says it ain't going to be 5-on-4, it's going to be 5-on-5, and then CM Punk came out, and a brawl went down, and then the last shot was, before it went off, was CM Punk and Roman Reigns mouthing to him saying, I don't trust you. Heyman looking, smiling, very happy in the background, and then what we didn't see was them all putting the wands up, but CM Punk doing his go to sleep gesture. Thoughts on CM Punk, boys? Ted.
So, I said...
We'll go to you in a minute.
Quite coincidentally, my friend texted me, said, have you seen SmackDown? And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, what's happened on SmackDown? Because he wouldn't text me otherwise. So then he
Not
went.
a good friend, then, is he?
Well, no, we do text, but it's generally about big wrestling things. If he's
All right,
messaging
okay.
me first, and say it's generally me messaging him about wrestling. And I'm like, oh, let me throw out a guess. Has Seth come out to help with the Bloodline by chance? And he went no. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, what has gone off on SmackDown then? Has Hikuleo turned up as the fifth man? And so I sat there, watched it quickly, and I was like, and Paul came out and I was buzzing. And then when he called out CM Punk, I was like, anyone but him. I was so disappointed. But I don't mind. It's better. At least they haven't completely fucking like untangled everything that happened at WrestleMania. It's at least the Seth hatred is still there. So I'll take that. But I'm just not really that arsed about CM Punk being in there either.
Do you want me to go or you? Me?
Yeah.
As a big fan of the Bloodline, I am not asked. I couldn't give a shit. One or two reasons. One, I don't mind CM Punk at the moment. He's done nothing wrong for me to hate him. The way I've been looking at it is in AEW, I wasn't attached to AEW when all that went down with AEW, so I don't hold any of that against him because I wasn't attached to AEW. I didn't care about the Young Bucks, didn't care about anything that went on. I could give a shit. All I knew was wherever he goes, it's toxic. And I did say by this time next year, if he's done something wrong and he's still in the company, then I'll be pissed off and upset with Trips and everybody. He's not done anything wrong in the company. I know people calling it he's sucking up or he's being a businessman or whatever he's doing. Listen, at the end of the day, he's done nothing wrong for me to hate him in WWE at the moment. Storyline-wise, I didn't want it to be Seth Rollins. We said it before. It just unravels everything. There's no point in it. Hikuleo, people don't know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Why would people care about someone that's coming in that they don't know? They didn't know about Jacob Fatu, but quickly got over because of how good he was. People knew about God in New Japan, so that kind of made sense. But Hikuleo, I didn't know who he was. Didn't have a clue. Zilla coming in, he's just won titles. Like, he's not going to just drop everything just for this. Who else would have made sense? No one. If you look at it clearly, is there anyone in WWE that would have made sense to sit there? This makes sense in a way because of Paul Heyman. It also brings out two good points. One, Roman and CM Punk have had issues around about 2014 before he left. So that's intriguing, and it makes me think what's going to go on there. It also makes me think that if they're going the way I think they're going to go, Seth Rollins versus CM Punk at WrestleMania, Seth's now going to think CM Punk's upstaging him. So now it's going to come down to CM Punk thinking, well, you think you're better than me because you went in the Bloodline because I didn't want to.
Or is it going to be done the other way around where Seth pokes him by saying you were second choice?
Either way, you could do both.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. So am I bothered CM Punk's in the match? No, don't care. I'm still going to be interested in it. I'm still going to watch it and like be intrigued in what's going on. I'm more intrigued what's going to come out of it. I think Seth's probably going to get involved and cost Punk, or try and cost Punk, and then while he's there, hit Roman. I did want a feud to come out of that with Jay, so it gives Jay a big time feud to go back to Raw to with Seth, costing the match against the new Bloodline. If you've watched with the prediction videos that Saturday, I'm not going to tell you who I predicted, so go and watch that when that comes out. But I do feel like I've seen people happy about it, I've seen people sad about it, I've seen people pissed off. I'm in the bracket of I could care less. There's no one else that makes sense. If you're gonna give me CM Punk at a pay-per-view, at least it makes sense with Paul Heyman. And it's not just a Bronson Reed's just been thrown in. And I'm not knocking Bronson Reed. I love Bronson Reed and I think he works well with the Bloodline, but let's face it, that's random.
He does look like he's Samoan, though. I'm just hoping that he's...
No, we said that last week, didn't we? We said it last week that he looks like he's Samoan. But in terms of storyline, Why have they just thrown Bronson into it? Do you know what I mean? They could have done anyone. They could have got Obafemi. Do you know what I mean? But even then, that wouldn't make sense. John, I've rattled on. John, he's probably going to say I hate CM Punk and I don't care, but go for it.
Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, there you go. Would you rather have Punk or Seth?
So, here's the thing, right? I couldn't care less of it. I really couldn't. I am glad that it isn't Seth, because then we have that last little string from WrestleMania still alive, because that is literally the last thing left.
The last thing.
The last thing to do the detangle.
Yeah.
Punk being brought in, I couldn't care less. It says to me, like you said, the only thing that ties that in is because it's Paul Heyman. It rolls back to when Seth was in the Punk was in the ring and Paul asked him for a favor, and he never asked him. So that's the rollback to that. I would have rather seen a 4-on-5, and then the OGs win just to prove that they are the more dominant force.
Yeah.
That way, couldn't care. This for me is just WWE trying to box eyes on our match because they know you put CM Punk in a pay-per-view, people are tuning in.
Yeah, no matter what.
The marks are tuning in to see CM Punk. I couldn't care less. Like I said, I would have been very content if they didn't find a fifth member and gone, fuck it, we'll go 4-on-5 for you. We ain't scared of you. I would have been fine with that. I couldn't, like I say, Punk being in there, I couldn't give a shit. Really couldn't give a shit. And it's not a dislike of Punk or anything. It's just literally like, here's a fifth member. A little bit of relevance. Here you go. I believe that will get Seth costing somebody 100%. And I don't think it's going to be as obvious as he's going to go in and take Bronson Reed out and cost the New Bloodline. I think because Seth's been very open about how WWE is crying out for a monster heel right now, that we're getting a heel Seth.
I wouldn't be against that.
What else makes me think that as well, sorry to cut you off there, mate, is they've just released backstage footage of CM Punk at Survivor Series last year on YouTube. You're not going to watch, I know you won't, John, but go and watch it. It's pretty decent to see people out of character. The only person they didn't show after it was Seth. They showed Randy Orton coming in saying, Can I not have my return for 10 minutes? And then laughed at him and said, it's all good, brother, I love you.
Which keeps the kayfabe alive on that one.
Exactly.
Because he has openly, not once has he said he's glad to see Punk or happy to see Punk. So if they show a backstage interview or a backstage segment, which was, unscripted.
They did show Becky hugging him.
Yeah, that's Becky, though. Becky can do what she wants. She's the man of the house.
But no, what I'm saying is, they're showing everything but that.
So you run the storyline for 12 months where Seth can't stand even being in the room with Punk, never mind in a ring with Punk. And then there's a clip gets put out where he's like, oh, I'm so excited to see you back. It undoes everything. It kills kayfabe massively.
So that's what I'm saying with him getting interfering and costing.
And the other reason I think we're getting this heel Seth is no matter what you do with Punk, the crowd's always going to shout CM Punk, CM Punk.
Yeah.
So he's always going to work the face role for a long time. So if we are getting the payoff of Seth versus Punk, we need a heel.
Yeah.
And Roman's gone face, so we're going to get a Roman Seth match in the near future because he's going to cost him. Seth's heel. We're going to get a Jay work with Seth. Jay's the face. He's a mega face right now, so we need the heel. So we're getting a Seth running. I reckon Seth's going to cost him. I'm not saying who I've picked, but like I said to you guys when we did the recordings, I'm not going to be shocked if Seth costs the OGs and the New Bloodline wins.
Yeah.
That neither would I.
No, I agree.
I say he comes in and he goes to makes it look he's going to attack Bronson Reed, but Bronson moves and he takes out Roman, or he's going to do something to Punk and then ends up saying, I do think the payoff will be though Seth taking out Roman. If anybody's getting the takeout done on him, it's going to be Roman, because then it leads up for more storylines for Roman after this is all done with going to sort out Seth.
I think he does both. I think he gets Punk and Roman.
Yeah, it takes him out. That way, can even work
Because
it.
then we get Seth in the Rumble and Punk costing Seth, and there's your lead up to Mania.
Yeah. But yeah,
You've got
on the
Drew
Punk
all
thing,
sorts of
this
throw-ins
is
there somewhere as well.
overall, this Punk being a Survivor Series thing, it's probably the best thing Punk's done because it doesn't unravel Seth's storyline for WrestleMania. That's the only good thing about it.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I'm intrigued as well. I'm intrigued to see what happens because obviously the hate with Roman, him and Roman not liking each other, and obviously Roman said when he came back, and the first question he got asked was, "Would you work with Punk?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm a businessman."
There's more ties as well than just Paul Heyman, because if you cast your mind back to when the Shield was actually brought in, they were actually brought in as a group to protect Punk on his title as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's more than I say. This is the best thing Punk's done since come back to WWE is protect the WrestleMania storyline from Seth and Roman.
Yeah. Well, and the Hell in a Cell match with Drew.
Yeah, there's that as well. Well, the bracelet. Well,
forget the bracelet for God's sake. It was
can't wait for Money in the Bank. Putting the bracelets up on the top of the ladder instead of the briefcase.
They gotta grab it.
Yeah. But yeah. Probably shocked a few people that I'm not going on some sort of tyrant rant about CM Punk being in a match. I just couldn't give a shit. I will happily sit and watch that match. If Seth came and took Punk out on his way down to the ring and we don't get Punk in the ring at all and it's a 4-on-5, I'll be a happy man.
That'd be amazing. That'd be really good storytelling as well if he did that.
I agree.
Or we're forgetting about one Scottish Psycho.
He's with family in it because of
it's been extended. I know it's an extended one, but if you really want to go really massive left field on it, Drew takes out Punk early doors.
Not again, man. Fuck's sake. I'm done with that feud.
Doesn't have to go anywhere. He just takes him out.
But it will do, though. We know it will.
Yeah. But that's the only other one. If you really want to go really left field and do something there, you've got Drew takes out Punk.
But then he won't help Roman, so.
No, but that leaves him 4-on-5.
Oh, so you mean before the match? Sorry, yeah. Fair enough. So yeah, he kills two birds with one stone that way. Yeah, I suppose. So.
Yeah, and obviously you could go down, and I really hope they don't do it where if that happens, and then Seth steps up to help them, and then Seth costs them at the end.
That's the only issue with that. Yeah.
That's the only thing there, but. If Seth gets linked in that match where he's on side with Roman, Seth has to cost Roman the match.
Yeah, he does all day.
I don't see Drew being there, and I don't see.
No, I think Drew is a really far fetched one. If they want to do a really to get a massive shock, oh my god, pop, sort of like really bad, a reaction in that match, you bring Drew in, he takes out Punk early doors.
Yeah.
Anything Seth's going to do is going to get a reaction as well.
Oh yeah, of course it will. But that's this week. Obviously, Raw was last night. We've kind of ran over and stuff. So Raw was last night. If you want to know what happened, go to the TikTok. Go and check Ted's rundown of it out. We have got a new Discord, as you can see on the background thing I've got going on. I've made a new one. There is a Discord there. It says link in description. It is in the description. Go and join it. More the merrier. I chat about anything in there. We're not bothered. You'll get
within reasons.
Yeah,
obviously.
There's rules. So go as soon as you join, it'll tell you to go and read the rules. It'll explain everything in there. But go and join the Discord, and you'll get us in there as well, and you can have interactions with us when we're not recording. But yeah. I did. Do you know what I did today? Thinking that we still did the T-shirt thing. I put my hoodie on, thinking OTC, and then underneath, I put my CM Punk shirt on as well. God's sake! And then I remembered when we sat here going, we don't even do the T-shirt thing anymore. So why?
Mention it though. If you are coming to Christmas and you do want to help the fellas out, if you are going to buy yourself a WWE T-shirt or somebody else that you love a bit of WWE merch, we do have a link in the bio for EuroShop.
Yeah. There is a sale on Black Friday sale at the moment, 25% off.
Yeah, there's a sale on there. We get a little bit of a cut on it, so if you do want to help us out, that's fine. But as you're probably well aware, if you've been around with us for a while, we're not really pushing it like we used to no more because we don't get much from it. We're going to be looking for other partners in the near future. But yeah, if you do want to help us out, and I think there might be, we get a bit of the money from everything. Obviously, subscribe here on YouTube. Want to as well. Wait, if you want to subscribe to us on TikTok, do it on Saturday night because then we can give you a shout out as well for doing a subscription. We never know. But subscribe on TikTok. TikTok does cost a little couple of quid, but subscribers to TikTok will have a little bit more access when it comes to the Discord when you get up and running properly as well. But yeah, hit the bell here for when you see the prediction video going out Saturday. Top 5 is due out on Thursday.
We've got a top 5 for Thursday, which is top 5 Survivor Series teams. We need you to go and comment on that. So go comment and tell us that best teams. There is points on the line. It's explained in the video. We have prediction video on Saturday morning. We're then live for Survivor Series at 10:45 p.m. UK time. Don't know what that is in the US. You'll have to go and find that out.
6 p.m.
And then
Eastern.
5:45 then Eastern it will be. And then Raw on Monday night, which will be by Ted or John. And then Friday night, me. And then on Saturday, it's live again because we've got NXT Deadline. And then the Saturday after, we're live again for WWE Main Event.
Oh!
And then we're off for 2 weeks.
And then in the upcoming weeks on the main event, we probably do a little side video breaking down how it looks over the festive period. I think we'll cover that when it comes up to it. But yeah, main event, we will be taking a bit of a break over the main event. If after main event, I think we'll be back for World's End.
The last main event is the week of main event, WWE Saturday night's main event.
Unless something massive happens on main event that we need to cover, then we'll do our main event just in case.
Yeah.
But it'll be a short one just to cover main event, WWE's main event. But then they're live after that, be World's End. But we'll make another video letting you all know how it all works. It'll all be on here. It'll be on TikTok and it'll be in the Discord as well. So if you are wondering where the fellas are and why we're not getting any updates from them, we will be having time off over Christmas. But hit the bell. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Comment on the videos. Get across the TikTok and follow us. Have we updated the TikTok?
I'm in the middle. I did do it and then realised I didn't flip it, so it didn't make no sense. So
it's just Wrestling Fellas.
It is just Wrestling Fellas.
We dropped the pod.
I've been doing everything with Discord and forgot about that until this morning, so I apologise.
But yeah, the pod's out there. So if you are looking for us on TikTok, it is just Wrestling Fellas. Go follow us on there. And like Matt said, we will be back 11:45 on
10:45.
Saturday. What?
10:45.
Yes, 10:45. Or give and take 10:45 on Saturday for Survivor Series War Games here.
I'll be live on Friday night for SmackDown still, even though it is taped and I know what happens, but I will be there.
So that's Matt on the TikTok, and obviously live here and TikTok for Survivor Series on Saturday, Monday night, so on and so on. But yeah, guys, till next time.
Peace.